it's tag time! Been a while since I did a tag, so I figured, what the heck? Hello everyone, it is Sam and I hope you guys are having a lovely day today. I decided that I would film a tag because sometimes coming up with new video ideas is a little bit challenging, and so that's when occasionally I resort to doing a tag. But I've seen this one floating around the booktube community and I thought it looked kind of fun, and I figured I might as well join in on that fun. So today I'm here to film the Anything But Books tag. This tag was created by Katie over at Reader Ross, and so you guys, this tag was created by Katie over at Reader Ross. I don't think I have been tagged, but I'll be linking down the creator down below, so be sure to go and check out her channel. I can't talk today. Channel is not a word. That is not a word. So be sure to go and check out her channel and give her some love. So the first question is to name a cartoon or cartoons that you love. I don't really watch cartoons too much anymore, but some of my favorites when I was a kid was definitely Rugrats. That was probably my #1 favorite. I mean, I had Rugrats toys, Rugrats hat, Rugrats overalls. I was all about Rugrats. I love that show. My other favorite was Doug. I loved Doug before Disney got a hold of it and ruined it. Disney ruined Doug. They should have left it alone. So I like the original Doug the best, but that show is another one that I absolutely adored. Question number 2 is, what is your favorite song right now? I have a couple. The first one is probably Woke the Fuck Up by Jon Bellion. I don't know what it is about that song, but I love it and I will listen to it on repeat. And the second one is probably Bang Bang by Jessie J. I really like that one too. Both those songs kind of make me feel like pumped and like, yeah! So I think that's why I've been listening to them, because sometimes it kind of gets you, like when you're in a bad mood, into a good mood. And so I enjoy both of those songs for that reason. Question number 3 is, what could you do for hours that isn't reading? 2 things. I could color for hours and I could play video games for hours. Those are my 2 other favorite things to do lately, aside from read, and I have been known to do both, in particular video games for hours, especially when I was younger. Number 5 is, what is your favorite unnecessarily specific thing to learn about? Okay, so I'm actually the type of person that when I discover something that I enjoy or something's new to me, I will try to learn as much as I possibly can about that thing to like kind of an obsessive level. So like when I started watching Doctor Who, I went all out. I was like researching the history of the show on the internet. I was reading trivia about every single episode, actor, and doctor who's ever played the Doctor. I was just like obsessive in my need to like know as much as I possibly could about the show, because I really like to know something fully when I enjoy it. So learning about Doctor Who is definitely something that list. There's always still so much to learn about that show. It's 50 years old, that has a very long history, and has a very important role in pop culture. So that's something that's, I guess, unnecessarily specific. Something else is probably the Middle Ages. I really like to kind of study the Middle Ages on my own. I have several books that I read on the history of the Middle Ages, but I like to learn about it not necessarily from the historical perspective, as in the historical events that occurred in the time period, but like the everyday life of the people, like how people lived, what they did, what they wore, what they ate, like things like that I find to be really fascinating. So that's something, I guess, that is pretty specific that I like to learn about. Number 6 is, what is something unusual that you do that your followers might be surprised by? I don't know if there's anything. Like, I think I'm pretty open for the most part about things that I enjoy on social media, so it probably isn't that big of a surprise, but maybe one thing is crocheting. I do like to crochet. I used to crochet a lot more than I do now, but I definitely enjoy crocheting. Oh, this might surprise some people. I actually was teaching myself how to play the violin, which I started before I started my channel, and I haven't actually kept up with practicing as much as I should have since starting my channel, since, you know, doing YouTube videos does take a lot of time and effort. But it's something I definitely want to get back into, and I actually wasn't getting that bad. I could actually play several songs, and of course I would practice scales, and there were a few channels on YouTube. I think one of them still does this, online violin and piano tutor, and she would actually do videos geared towards people trying to teach themselves to play the piano and the violin, and I would try my best. I mean, I was by no means great, but I could passably play Silent Night, so that's something, and Ode to Joy for the most part, and I wasn't actually getting that bad. I was practicing for almost over a year, and then I started my channel and that kind of fell off. I've been meaning to get back into it though, because I do miss it. Number 7 is to name something you've made and to show it if you can. This recently, within the past year. I think one thing that I made the most recently was a little crocheted snowman that I gifted to my mom for Christmas, but it's packed away so I can't show you, but I'll put a picture right here because I found the pattern online. I've actually made several of these. They're pretty fun to make. They're actually not that hard to make. I mean, I don't know, they're just fun. I like snowmen, and it was kind of fun to make something that somebody else can put out and like and enjoy. Number 9 is to tell us something that you think about often, perhaps while looking out the window. So I tend to daydream a lot in general, so I'll just get lost in my thoughts pretty quickly, actually, so it's really easy to startle me. It happens all the time at work. Like, I'll just be completely lost in my thought and like just my surroundings aren't even there. So I do that a lot. It's what I think about though. It's just a lot of things. My mind's always running. Sometimes it can be a little like, because I feel like I always have like thoughts running through my brain, like just one after the other. So it can be a little overwhelming. But sometimes I think about really bleak, abstract things that make you feel a little weird after a while. Like, I'll think about eternity and what it would be like to like just live for eternity. Like, you never die. Like, you can't even, the human mind cannot even grasp eternity because we're just like programmed to think of things ending. But to think of something not ending, just going on forever with no end, is crazy to me. And also thinking about never existing, but you wouldn't know you never existed because you wouldn't exist. So can you even imagine like nothing? But you can't, because you exist. Like, it's this weird, trippy things like that to think about that I don't know why I think about them. Also, the passage of time in general. Like, I'm going to be 29 at the end of this month, which is blowing my mind. I don't really care about the age so much, but I'm just trying to figure out what the hell happened to the past 20 years, specifically the last 10, because I feel like I just started college a couple of years ago, and I started college 11 years ago. I mean, obviously, I graduated 6 years ago, which... What? I don't know where time is going, guys. If it keeps going at this rate, I'm going to be dead before I know it. And it's just like, mind-blowing. Number 10 is to tell you guys something specific. So not just your favorite food, but like your favorite food after you haven't eaten for a while, kind of a thing. So, that's going to take some thought. Okay, well, this is oddly specific, I suppose. I really like the sound of people tapping on keyboards. So at work, I kind of like it when people have a loud keyboard because for whatever reason, I find the sound of the clacking of the keys to be oddly relaxing. I don't know why, but that's something that I really enjoy. I also like crinkling noises. So like packaging or wrapping or something like crinkly. I kind of like that. Or like pages turning, obviously because I like books. So that's something else that I really enjoy. All right, guys, that is it for the Anything But Books tag. This is a pretty fun tag to film. I don't know who all has done it, but if you see this tag and you like to do it and you haven't done it yet, then consider yourselves tagged. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a lovely day and an even better week. And until next time, happy reading. Bye!